The U.S. Postal Service is in crisis. It has lost nearly $25 billion in the past few years and is projecting to lose $14 billion in this fiscal year alone. Without immediate remedial action and help from Congress, the Postal Service is projected to lose $238 billion by 2020. The business model is broken. There's a tremendous amount at stake. The U.S. Postal Service is at the heart of a $1 trillion industry, employing nearly 8 million people. 560,000 of them are full-time employees of the Postal Service itself. Since 2006, digital disruptive innovation has been eating into first-class mail at the rate of decline of 7% per year. Everything that we have been printing since Gutenberg is now going electronic, from e-tickets to e-payments, to e-books, and of course, email. The immediate crisis is being addressed by the Postmaster General, Pat Donahue, who has proposed a 5-year plan to profitability. It depends primarily on cutting costs, and he will need approval from U.S. Congress to enact most of these activities. The long-term situation, however, is not being addressed in this plan. In fact, his 5-year plan only takes us to 2016. What will happen in 2017? And more importantly, in 2020 and beyond? What will millennials need? What will future generations need from the United States Postal Service, or any postal service? As a strategy consultant in the postal parcel logistics field, my job is to look ahead, to advise clients as to what's coming next. I like to take a Google Earth perspective, point of view of what's happening. I look at where clients are and where they relate to their competition and where they relate to hazards and opportunities going forward. Technology is having such a devastating impact on mail, in this particular case, that we wonder what's going to happen when all the mail goes away. What's left? What about the infrastructure that is needed to support the parcel business? Ironically, where the Postal Service is suffering from digital disruptive innovation in the mail business, it is benefiting from digital disruptive innovation in the retail industry. And the impact there is, of course, growing e-commerce parcel shipments, and the Postal Service is delivering them. And so in trying to imagine what the future holds for us and appreciating the impact of technology, I came across the book, What Would Google Do?, written by Jeff Jarvis. It was a great inspiration. He's able to look at today and look at the world and look at other businesses from a Google Earth perspective. So I invited Jeff Jarvis to join me in this conversation. And last year, June 2011, Jeff joined me and a number of other inspirational people from the digital world and from the current postal community to talk about the future. Jeff provoked us with his statement, if it can be digital, it will be digital. And that made us think, wow, first-class mail is really going to go away at some point, eventually. No one really is arguing with that. But that also leaves the question of, what about parcels? What about the infrastructure that's there? How do we continue to support all of that? What will our nation need in the way of postal service in the future? What do millennials want? What should future generations have that in the way of postal service? So in asking what would Google do, we put ourselves in a completely different frame of mind and had a very, very stimulating conversation. It was an experiment, but it was so successful that everyone came away saying, boy, we have to do more of this. So this year, in June 2012, June 12th and 13th, in fact, we expanded the program to a 2-day conference. And Pat Donahue himself, the Postmaster General, will come to give us a keynote address on day one. We will again have Jeff Jarvis and other stimulating speakers. And we're going to take an approach to this conference that looks at the Postal Service as a platform. We've themed it Platform Possibilities. And we're going to explore what possibilities, what opportunities exist for the Postal Service itself and for the future world of the postal ecosystem to contribute and play valuable roles in the future of postal services.